So what is up? Welcome back to the backtesting backtesting session today. We are about to we're about to backtest the shit out of the market, and we're about to improve some edge. All right. All right. Outside yesterday's value, then what to do, right? Outside yesterday's value, we are starting to reject yesterday's value area high. We came down. Now I would probably want to target the top. Alright, let me enter based off of this low. Alright, let me enter based off of this and target these highs. Alright. So alright, we did take a loss. Now let's just follow our auction market theory setups and see how we can come to our trading it, right? So one candle, will it break this candle? Alright, so this day was also not a bad day, but it came down and did some kind of a thing, right? Thing of its own. Sorry. So market just opened up for this day, and we are starting to come in. We open up inside its value, right? So we will wait. We will not probably take a trade around here, right? We will wait. We will wait and watch. Wait and watch. Came from outside of yesterday's value, so the next target should be this high, right? So we'll wait and watch. We'll wait and watch, and still wait and watch. Boom! We take a trade. We take a trade right here. Right? Makes sense. traverse the entire value area, buy 2 contracts, my stop loss around here, put my TP around here. All right, lip down there. All right, so now would we take a TP? We took a stop loss, unfortunately, on this setup. Now, why did it happen? Why did that happen? Why did that happen, right? Alright, let's analyze. Yo, why didn't this trade work out?
I'm Gemini. We're about to go live, where you can explore
Yo, why didn't this trade hit take profit? Why did we get stopped out?
Based on the chart and the current balance information on the screen, it looks like a stop-loss order was executed, which would close the trade. The message, stop-loss order is executed, is visible near the bottom left of the page. It's hard to say the exact reason without more details about the specific take-profit and stop-loss settings or the price movement. Were there any particular price levels you were watching?
Shit, what the fuck? See, I gotta turn on this intelligence. So basically, right now, what we're trying to do is backtest AMT, so that we can get in more repetitions and build more edge off of it. Right? Trying to polish our setups. So 2 setups we're focusing on is the mean reversion setup, where we fade the edge of the value area, and another is trend following, or when the price jumps outside the value area and we take trade on in that direction, right? So we are trying to polish those 2 setups. So basically, we're trying to polish those 2 setups, and we're trying to gain more edge off it and see how it performs. All right, so give me a strategy to perform that setup or perform this backtesting in an optimal way.
An optimal backtesting strategy usually involves several key steps.
Yeah.
1. Define your setup. To refine your strategy, it would be helpful to consider specific trade setups you are testing. Are there particular indicators, chart patterns, or market conditions you are focusing on? Understanding your rules will allow us to explore ways to optimize them for better performance.
So right now, I'm basically focusing on AMT setups, right? The AMT setup where we fade the edge of a balanced day, and on an imbalanced day, we trade the trend outside of the value area. Right? Makes sense? So we're trying to see how this strategy work, and see how we are about to perform, right? And we are trying to just get in the repetitions so that we can get better at this strategy, and we can actually polish this strategy, right?
That's a clear approach. To optimize your backtesting for these AMC setups, you could focus on specific metrics during your practice sessions. Consider tracking things like win rate, average profit per trade, and profit factors specifically for balanced and imbalanced days. This will help you gain a clearer edge by identifying which scenarios perform best. Are there particular indicators you use to define balanced and imbalanced days?
There's not particular indicators except value area, but what I'm trying to portray is, so right now on TradeZilla I cannot use, what do you call it? I cannot use the order flow thing, right? I cannot see footprint charts, I cannot see the big trades, nothing. And so I just want you to point me out where I can take those setups, right? I want you to point me out how I can actually implement those strategy in my backtesting, and how I can backtest more in a more optimal way so that I can get the maximum results. Make sense?
It makes sense. Given the limitations on order flow and footprint charts and TradeZilla backtesting, you'll need to focus on the available tools. You can manually check your AMC setups on standard charts and timeframes within TradeZilla using value areas for your criteria. Document each trade meticulously, noting the market conditions and results to build your repetitions and polish your strategy based on available data.
Yeah, so you just look at the charts and just guide me then. Just let's tell me how I can backtest.
In TradeZilla, you'll use the manual backtesting approach, especially since order flow and footprint charts are not available. Here's a step-by-step guide.
Yeah, tell me.
To backtest your AMC strategy in TradeZilla without order flow tools, follow these steps. 1. Activate replay. Navigate backtesting feature and utilize the replay mode to simulate live trading with historical data. 2. Manual identification. Step through the charts manually, identifying balanced and imbalanced days.
Man, this is some nah. Gemini is way behind Claude. Way behind Claude. So let me see how I can talk to Claude, right? I mean, I don't know if it even works, but Claude's been bullshitting me lately. Alright. Whoa. Alright, let's see. Give Claude to my access to camera, huh? Damn. Claude, my access to camera. What the hell is wrong with Claude? I don't know, Claude. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? Why you ain't working right now? Just to sign in with Google. I mean, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, right? We just gotta continue with our backtesting. Right, enough of this bullshit. Oh, alright. It's working. Alright, it's working. Working. See, and it's nice. Now it worked, right? Alright, so let's ask Claude. Yo, so we are trying to backtest auction market theory on TradeZilla right now, and TradeZilla. Anyways, we're trying to backtest it right now on the journal platform TradeZilla, and we are trying to optimize the backtesting session as much as we can. So, but it doesn't have auto flow and it doesn't have footprint charts. I can only backtest using the volume profile on that website, right? So give me the best way I can backtest AMT setups. You know my setups, so that I don't waste my time backtesting and I don't put in the bad repetitions. I want to put in as much repetitions as I can with nice feedback. So give me a nice strategy to backtest.
Right, so if you're limited to just volume profile on TradeGel, here's the cleanest approach. Focus your backtests on the market structure and imbalance direction layer only. Look at where volume is clustering and where there are gaps in the profile. That's your auction market context. Then manually scan through historical charts at that same time frame, mark where the imbalances actually formed, and note whether price respected them or broke through. You're essentially using the volume profile as your what happened reference, then building your pattern recognition on the price action side. The key is this keeps you from wasting reps on setups where you entered against the dominant imbalance anyway, which we know is one of your biggest leaks. So every backtest rep reinforces, does the imbalance direction match my entry direction? Does the footprint show absorption or rejection? You're training the filter, not the full trade. What time frame are you backtesting on? And are you looking at daily charts or intraday stuff?
Right now I'm looking at intraday stuff and trying to backtest just based on the price action and volume profile, right? So is there any way I can share my screen with you so that you can guide me through that backtesting session?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be keen to walk through it with you. Go ahead and share your screen whenever you're ready, and we can step through the backtesting setup together. That way I can see exactly what you're working with on TradeGel and help you dial in the most efficient workflow so you're getting solid reps without spinning wheels.
So how do I share my screen?
Good question. I am actually a voice-based agent, so I can't see screen shares directly. You'd need to hop over to the text-based interface for that one, mate. That way, whoever's on the tech side can see your screen in real time and guide you through the backtest setup step by step. Should be a quicker way to sort this out anyway, since they can actually see what TradeGel's showing you.
Yeah, but then I won't be able to talk and I gotta type in the stuff myself, so that's gonna be extra work. So figure it out, bro.
Fair point. I hear you. Here's what we can do instead. Just walk me through it verbally. Tell me what you're seeing on the screen right now. What markets are you pulling up? What date range? And what's the volume profile actually showing you? I'll guide you through the setup from there, and we can troubleshoot as we go. Might actually be faster than switching interfaces anyway.
Or what about I send you the screenshots so that you can just see and analyze based on that and give me some tips based on it? What do you say?
I appreciate the workaround thinking, but here's the thing. I can't actually process images or screenshots. I'm voice only. So even if you send them over, I won't be able to see them or analyze what's on screen. It's a hard limitation on my end, I'm afraid. The best move is still just talking me through what you're seeing verbally. Tell me the setup, the price levels, what the volume profile's showing, and I'll give you real feedback based on that description. We can work through it together that way. Might feel a bit slower at first, but honestly, once you start walking it aloud, you'll probably spot things yourself in the process.
Alright then. So last day was a balance, right? So I'm just backtesting the cash session. I'm not backtesting the overnight session, so it's not the electronic trading hours, the regular trading hours chart, right? And yesterday was balanced, but the value area, yesterday's profile, the area was below the value area is a little bit bigger than the area above the value area, right? So we gapped down, we opened, and we made a small kind of a I'm watching the 5-minute candles, so small structure. We broke through that structure towards the gap area and did a retest, but didn't take the lower low. We made a higher low and then a higher high with a small rejection, right? Small rejection, might be a sweep, I don't know, can never tell. but again it made a higher low and an inside candle.
Okay, so let me track this. Yesterday's balanced value area skewed lower. Today you gapped down, broke the...
See, this is what I'm telling, right? It's gonna be way slower, so I'm just gonna share my screenshots and show my trades, and you just tell me if that trade is validated or not. Doesn't matter if I had to switch between text and photos. All right?
You're right, that makes sense. It'll actually be faster. Go ahead and send over the screenshots on text side and I'll analyze them for you there. We can jump back here once you've got your answers sorted. That way you get the visual breakdown without the back and forth, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, head over to the text interface whenever you're ready and share those screenshots. I'll be there to break down whether those setups are validated or not. Good luck with the backtest session, mate.
Alright. So let me take a short round here as it is turning inside the value area range. Let's see if it can traverse the entire value area. All right, we got stopped out, and let me send a quick screenshot so that I can analyze those trades, right?
Perfect. Yeah, grab that screenshot and send it over on the text side whenever you're ready. I'll have a look and break down what happened with those trades for you.
Yeah. All right. So what happened, right? Right off the POC, it kind of provide a summary because the user prompt is empty. What the anyways, enough of this AI bullshit. We're just gonna back this ourselves, right? Now what happened? From here to here, we draw a profile, then we can see that what was the most value trader? Most value trader was down here, right around this point, and just a little bit, yeah. So most value trader was right around here, turned back in, then we gapped up, right? Here's what I'm reading of the chart. NQ 5-minute real trading house sitting out of the sun. No value is little splits for this within the same vertical. So the chart was questionable from the empty side. You told me yesterday was balanced with the value area skew lower. You gap down, your price made it lower. So the sequence gap down holds and rotates back up. The gap down that holds up and rotates back up is responsive buying. Buyer steps in. So when you shorted that rejection, you were facing upward rotation, not selling into a confirmed down auction. That's the exactly you've named before. Entering against the dominant short-term imbalance. Direction. The high structure was telling you buyers had the ball and you took the other side of it. On the trigger, the part that actually killed the trade, you said it, so the voice is no small reaction might be a sweep. I don't know, I can never tell. That sentence is the whole problem. That's a sub-conviction entry. It fails your own case checklist. If you can tell whether it's a sweep or absorption, you don't have a trade. You have a guess. Alright, Mr. Claude. Damn, AI be cooking me right now. Yeah, mate. Alright, so we gapped up again, gapped down, made some balance kind of a day, gapped up again, right? Now what do we do? We replay right now, then yeah, it's a little bit replay later. Alright, so half day, another profile. Alright, another profile. Then yo, you just told me that the short might be a nice way to trade, and on after you see my screenshot you say it's not a good trade. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yo, hold on. I need to be straight with you here. I never told you to take that specific short. What I have said consistently is that your biggest leak is entering against the dominant imbalance direction.
So how do I determine the dominant imbalance level? Like I'm looking at the profile, right? I understand I'm looking at the profile, I'm looking at the value area high, I'm looking at the value area low. But when I'm taking my trade, do I take my trade based on today's value area or yesterday's value area or day before that? Explain me in the best way possible. Explain me like you're explaining your 5-year-old.
Alright, simple version. The value area is just context. It tells you where the auction lived yesterday. But the dominant imbalance is what's happening right now. Today. Here's the 5-year-old way. Imagine you're at a playground. Yesterday, all the kids hung out on the left side. That's your value area. But today, when you arrive, all the kids are running to the right side. That's your imbalance. You don't trade yesterday's playground. You trade where the kids are moving right now. So on your chart, yes, yesterday's value area was skewed lower. Cool, you know the context. But today, price gapped down, then rotated back up and made higher lows and higher highs. That upward rotation right now is your imbalance telling you buyers are in charge today. Taking a short into that upward push was trading yesterday's context, not today's flow. The rule, always use today's price action, the rotations, the highs and lows being made, to read the current imbalance direction. Yesterday's profile is just the map. Today's price movement is the compass.
Alright, Mr. Cloud.
Alright, so you good to keep grinding through the backtest reps, or do you want to lock in that location-only scoring rule first so you're not wasting time on iffy trades?
Nah, I'm gonna try some couple of backtests and I'll show you the screenshots, alright? And just give me a realistic backtesting goal for every day. Like, if I really want to improve my skill and if I really want to become one of the best traders in the world, and is AMT even a valid trading strategy? What do you think? Or what do you think? AMT, ICT, what is a valid? Or just price action, or just order flow?
Right, so here's the honest truth. AMT, auction market theory, is absolutely valid. It's the framework for how markets actually work. ICT is valid too. Price action is valid. Order flow is valid. The catch, they're all the same thing wearing different hats. Volume pools, imbalances, order flow absorption, price rotation, it's all describing the auction from different angles. The traders making real money aren't picking between AMT versus ICT versus order flow. They're stacking them. You use volume profile and AMT to see where the auction is, footprint and order flow to see how. It's absorbing price action to see when. It's rejecting. That's the edge. Your real problem isn't the framework. It's execution consistency and rep quality. You've got the right theory. You just need mechanical discipline and clean feedback loops. For daily backtest reps, hit 3 to 5 solid setups a day minimum, where you can actually verify the imbalance direction is aligned with your entry. Quality over quantity. And honestly, if you're serious about being elite, the next 6 weeks are about grinding location-only trades on TradeZella until that filter is automatic, then layering the footprint confirmation back in. That's the path. How many reps are you thinking per session?
Me personally, probably 20 to 30, 50. You know, I want to put in the volume. I want to progress fast. So, you know, I want to be putting in the repetitions like that. Period.
Right, that's the energy. I respect it. But here's the thing. 50 reps a day of garbage feedback. It's just cementing bad patterns faster. You'll log the hours, but you'll be training yourself wrong. Better approach. Hit 20 to 30. clean reps, where you can actually verify the imbalance direction, grade each one honestly, and understand why it worked or failed. That feedback loop is what builds real skill. Then once location becomes automatic, maybe 2 to 3 weeks in, you lay a footprint on top and bump the volume back up. Speed comes from quality reps, not raw rep count. Trust the process on that one.
Alright, here's another trade. Look at it.
Go ahead and send the screenshot over on the tech side.
You bottom near the top of that run, right into the little consolidation under the highs, right into this. The volume profile cluster right there shows price stalling. There's that reddish distribution sitting at 21,450, 21,475 is where auction was struggling to push higher. So you bought into resistance, into a spot where up move was already mature and stalling. So your last trade you shorted in upward strength. This trade you shorted in adjusted up move that was rolling over different directions. Same underlying error entering when the immediate auction was turning against your entry. You taste price had already done most of its work by the time you got long and you bought the stall instead of the pullback. The cleaner version of this trade when price was rotating up to 21,200 and pulling back to make higher highs. You long the pullback into support down around 21,375 where that earlier value shelf was, not up at 21,460 after it's already run 250 points by weakness in an uptrend, not strength. And again, I have to say, these stops getting hit on suspended continuation are exactly the kind of thing the footprint would have told you where the observation at these highs, where the buyers showing buying drying up. You can see that here on TradeGel. You can verify whether buying just solves. Answer is well, yes, 2 stops back to back. By the way, that's a daily loss. Stops right there. What's the rule say you do now? All right, enough of that bullshit. Me did make a point. So we can see the price went up, where volume is stalling, right? Now what do? We just stopped right there, broke out, came back in, yesterday's value. Maybe now I can short the market. I could have shorted the market. But the range is so much low right now, right? It's like crazy. You see the range right now? It's crazy. Honestly. And this is May 2025. This is after Trump, right? Yeah. So this was after Trump. I don't know why the volume was so low though. As far as I remember, after Trump the volume was pretty high, in my opinion. Anyways, so high volume is a high area of fulcrum, right? Now high area, came back down, another rejection. Maybe we can take a long to the upside. And actually short to the downside probably, because we have been having rejection of this upper range for a long ass time. So we can maybe target the low based on that. Alright, this trade did work out. Let me send a screenshot real quick. So high volume acts as a support or resistance zone, right? Support or resistance zone. Then we just draw the profile from one day to another. Alright, makes pretty sense. Pretty much makes sense. This is a short entry around 21,440, 21,460, top of the red box, target down in the green zone towards 21,200, and it ran clearly all the way down to 21,113. Big winner. Now here's the white valid and the other two weren't, and this is the lesson. All right, look at the structure before your entry. Price had been grinding up, but then it rolled over and started making lower highs. You can see it on the chart. It put in that high near 21,512, came back and tried to rally and make a lower high around 21,460. That's until the auction failed to make a new high. You shorted into a market that had already turned down and confirmed it with a lower high. You weren't fading strength, you were selling confirmed weakness. The imbalance had flipped to the downside and that you entered. That's the exact difference. Trade 1, you shorted while price was still making higher highs, fading strength. Wrong. Trade 2, you longed into a stalling mature up move, changing. Wrong. Trade 3, you waited for the lower high to confirm the down rotation, then shorted with imbalance. Right, and it paid. That is your template. Burn it in. Enter only after the market confirms the rotation in your direction. Higher low before you long, lower high before you short. You just did it perfectly here. So now you've got both sides on tape. 2 examples of the leak, 1 examples of the fix. That's contrast. That contrast is worth more than 50 random reps. Can you see the difference clearly now, or do you want me to lay the 3 side by side? All right. So why did this fucking trade work out? Let's see. So came back up yesterday to this value area high, or a value area shown. It was still making the value area, right? This was a high volume area. That means that's a resistance. Came up to this resistance, and we rejected off of this resistance, right? And then we started making lower highs and lower lows. Then we made another resistance, and Then we rejected this resistance again. Then we came up. This is another resistance. So makes sense. This trade makes sense. All right. It's all the game. It's all game about support and resistance, right? It's all a game of support and resistance. Pumped up these biceps today. All right. 5 minutes time frame. We come down. We had a high volume around here, right? A high volume trading here and here. This was resistance. This was a resistance. See some high volume trading here, making it our support. Let's see. Here, this is support. Some low volume move right here. Trade it up to this POC, probably. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try this setup. Let's try this setup. I think right now I'm starting to get a little hang of it, or not. Probably not. Let's see. I don't think I might get hang of it in this 1 or 2 trades, but boom! That's a nice fucking trade. We hit tippy. We take profit. And I send this screenshot to Claude. See, let me explain you how do we backtest using AI, right? It's like having a trading coach by yourself. We draw the volume profiles or any strategy that you're trading on the chart, explain it on the chart, or have figures that explain it itself, right? And then we put out like this. Then we take a screenshot, put it inside Claude, send it the screenshot, then it's gonna tell and give us feedback why this trade worked and why this trade didn't work, right? So it's like having your own trading coach. And here's the thing, to master everything you need to put in the repetitions and feedback, right? If you only put in the repetitions, then that's not enough, because repetitions without feedback and progress is garbage repetitions. Yeah, repetition is the mother of learning, but it's not worth it if you're learning the wrong things, right? You gotta learn the right things. You gotta put in the right repetitions, right? So now right here we made this trade in backtest. Another win, a balance up to 130, realized profit PNL 30,000. All right, this is a long entry down. Target up in the green zone, price green up. So what did we do? Low volume node, that means price sliced through it, right? Made a high volume node around here. A high volume node, this is a resistance, right? It's a resistance. Made another, started accumulating volume, that's the support. This is a support, right? Now low volume node, and we boom, banked some profit, right? I mean, I'm not trying to be a teacher here. I'm not trying to teach. I'm just trying to tell you what I'm doing right now, right? And I'm not interested in teaching y'all. I'm not interested in teaching anybody about trading, because I don't think I'm at the point where I can teach people, right? I mean, I'm not Warren Buffett. I'm not working at Wall Street and shit, right? So I'm not interested in teaching people. So if you're here to learn, then I'm not teaching you, all right? I'm just trying to document my journey, so that after 10 years, after 15 years, if I look back and see my starting point, and when I'm sitting at a penthouse in Miami or in New York, and I'm looking back at these videos and see where I came from, right? So, you know, just trying to document my journey here. Teaching and selling courses and shit, I'm not interested in these things, and I could never be a teacher. I don't have the patience for it. If I'm teaching somebody something and they don't get it in 1 or 2 times, then man, I'm out. I don't have the patience for teaching somebody, right? Anyways, so this high volume means resistance, and then I mean I can give you some tips, or if you're starting out, I mean many people out here have more experience than me, right? So if you're starting out, like if you're a complete beginner, then I can probably give you some tips, but I mean number one tip is don't fall for these Lamborghinis and Ferraris on the fucking YouTube algorithm shows you, right? It's a bunch of fucking core sellers. Alright, so we started making high volume around here. So in this place, high volume started trading. What do we do with that volume? So yesterday was high volume was around here, right? So this might act as a fulcrum. This might act as a, where the fuck is that thing? What the hell? Alright, give me a moment. I want to see that. Yeah, this one. I like this one. So this is a resistance, so it might act as a fulcrum like this, or we might just reject this and go down, right? So there's two things that can happen, right? So let's look at it. High volume, we're getting a squeeze. Take a trade based off this to where? To this point. This, if I trade this kind of setups on a live account and nail it down perfectly, I mean, there's no way I'm losing money, right? Everybody watching the stream, drop a like in the chart. I mean, drop a like in the on the YouTube thing, and appreciate your time. All right, so we are on this trade. Let's see how the volume reacted on this area. Man, I was thinking about this completely wrong. Came up. High volume was traded here. A little bit less volume was traded. A little bit less volume was trading here. But it can act as a fulcrum too, and it can act as a resistance too, right? So low volume was trading here, so we might just slice through that area. Yes, sir, ski. We did. Yes, sir, ski. All right, let me send a screenshot to my brother Claude. Claude is the next Apple of AI, man. OpenAI, Gemini, it's nothing, bullshit. Yeah, especially Gemini. I think they nerfed Gemini right now. Gemini was pretty good a couple months ago, man. I think Gemini was better than OpenAI too, but now, man, they nerfed Gemini. I thought Gemini was gonna be the next shit, you know. Gemini was gonna take over Claude probably, but now, nah, Claude is the best. Gemini just has the resources. Gemini just has the data and is updated really fast, so you can still use Gemini for research. That's what I do, but for these kind of analytics and all those things, Claude is the best. ChatGPT, nah, ChatGPT is bullshit right now. Alright, this trade, a banger. Now, with the slice through, made some resistance again, another resistance. So let's see how this ping pong plays out. Alright, so came up there, made a fulcrum, made a nasty fulcrum, right? How much? 3 times? Should be enough. 3 times. There's no major resistance up there, right? Because there's no major structure. ICT, I trade fair value gaps. It's like alright. Boom, we hit a stop loss. Why did we hit a stop loss? Let's ask Claude. Why did we hit a stop loss? Oh, we did make some kind of a range up there, but I never knew about that, right? The long end to around red box, target up towards price booked up to 21.72. Then over software out. Here's the read. So return of the old league just dressed up nice. So look where you were long. Price had already run harder from 21.60, 21.560 to 21.740. Basically a straight vertical line. That's a mature extended move. Then you bought up near 21.714 right at the top of that vertical run into the little stall under the highs, same as trade through from before. You longed into an exhausted up move that was about to mean rebirth. The pullbacks that stopped you was on a trend reversal. It was just the move catching its breath where you'd enter with no room right at the highs. So the normal pullback took you out. Alright. The tail you missed when a move goes near vertical like that with no pullbacks, there's a higher low structure to buy. You had nothing to lean on. Your winners all had a series of higher lows. You entered into this one. You just bought up the top tick of a thirst before it felt strong. Strength at the top of an extended move is another long signal. Is where you get trapped. So now your session looks like the rule holds perfectly every single time you enter unconfirmed structure. Higher, lower, high, you win. Every single time you enter into strength or taste an extended move, you lost. 6 trades, 0 exceptions. That's about as clean as feedback signals gets. Let's mark this trade thing, man. So backtesting. Backtesting the shit out of the market. I want to save this chat with Claude. I think this might be. Let's pin this. All right. Made sense. Claude made sense. If I had asked the same thing to ChatGPT, then ChatGPT or Gemini, then man, I would have gotten a whole bunch of bullshit. Alright, 150, 1.8, 1.92. Let's target this. I think this might work out, right? Made a small resistance, right? Small resistance where there's a lower volume. Actually, it traded a lower volume, so went up, had a higher volume, went up, had a lower volume, came down to this high volume, had a rejection, and added to that volume. So let's target 2 times. Our balance is going up, right? That means we're doing something right. All right, so let's make $1 million and call it a nice backtesting session, right? 2 contracts, I'm risking 2,800. Alright, let's try it. and might stop us out, might stop us out, might stop us out, or might not. What was it? Nice. Now that's what I call a nice take profit, right? Nice take profit. Sirski. Right. So I'm sending to Claude. Yeah. So structure. That's what we are missing right now. Structure with aligned with volume, right? That was our weakness. That was what was holding us for weeks, man. I mean, it was working before, right? It was working before because I was looking at CVD and stuff. Now, suddenly it stopped working, and I was like, what made it stop working, right? And it was structure. I was entering before it made structure, and kinda I thought AMT is gonna work without the context, but nah, it never works out without context, right? You always had to have context. So yeah, that's why backtesting is really important, man. Shit, my bad. You know, just like now, I'm backtesting and looking at my own weaknesses. And how many trades? I'm 7 trades in with the proper feedback, and I already found out my weakness, right? So that's why. I mean, people might say AI is AI is gonna take a job. AI is gonna fucking take over the world. But man, just use it right. Cars were gonna take over the world, right? People thought nobody needs to carry no load no more. What happened to the porters, right? This has become truck drivers, right? They used to carry load on their back and make a living. Now they just drive cars and buses and make a living, right? So maybe later people might be AI engineers, AI prompters. Never know, right? So rather than just thinking negative about the future, I think might be a nice opportunity. That's my personal opinion, right? It's nothing political. No far right, no far left. Yeah. Fuck the left, but you know what I'm saying, right? Alright. Anyways. Back in the win column, balance 143,000, realized profit 43,550, roughly another 5,800 banked. June 5, 9:59, right at the morning session, profit target executed. And I can see your full setup in the screen. So now you've got my last breakdown open up on the right side. That's good. You're keeping the reasoning next to your chart. Let me read the trade. Is long entry down around 21,630, 21,642, top of the red stop box. Target up in the green zone toward 21,820, and the price ran up 21,758, settled 21,7. You can run out of context through how many. Yeah, because Claude runs out of context sometimes, so I need to be I know you can run out of context, so how many trades can you store in this chat so that you can always use this chat for backtesting, right? I mean, I haven't tried. I used to backtest on my own, but I just felt like something was missing, right? Something wasn't hitting, so now I know what to do. Put my chart around here, put our backtesting thing around here, and I have a little coach coaching me on how to get better. That's nice. It's a smart thing to think about. I should be straight up with you how this actually works, because the answer isn't a clear number. I don't trade trades in a slot based way where I can tell you from 40 more. Wherever contracts are rolling around the checks and image I can see it was really heavy on the budget, so much heavier than checks. As the chat gets longer, the easier stuff starts falling out of view. So at some point, if you scroll way back, you no longer actually be able to see trade 1 and 2. They'll be out of my window even though they're still on the screen. Practically, what that means is a single chat is not a good permanent home for your backtesting. If you keep feeding screenshots into one thread for weeks, 2 bad things happen. 1, it gets slower and eventually I lose the early trades. 2, and more important, I'm not where the records should live and with access for the traded trades at the journal and your own log. That's durable record. I'm the analysis layer on the top, not the database. So here's what I would actually recommend. Treat each backtesting in its own fresh chat, like and queue back to June 15 or whatever within one session. 7, 10, 15 trades is totally fine. I'll hold up the trade and running pattern. When you start in a new day, start a new chat, and the real continuity comes from your journal. You log each trade in trade journal with entry, reason, and the win-loss cause. So you paste the summary of the stats. I work from that. There's also one thing worth knowing. I have memory across all our conversations. So the high-low conversion carries over even in your brand new chart. You don't have to rebuild that every time. What doesn't carry in the piece? It's those living in a journal. Let me give a quick journal template so that each trade gets logged the same way. Entry structure, where redo. It's one thing actually. I mean, yeah, fair enough, right? Fair enough. I'm good. Yeah, fair enough. So I'll just probably use different backtesting days, but this one I'll keep because this is my main backtesting thing, and I'll make new chats from now on. Alright, so moving forward, what will we do now? So we don't have much time. In 8 minutes we're gonna be up and running. Gotta head out somewhere, you know. Gotta earn some bread and butter. Anyways, alright. Now, what do we do? Volume has been trying to shift up there. This is resistance, right? This was the resistance, came up, broke this, did a retest, right? Took it higher, a low volume node around here, then sliced through it, sliced it. Now this resistance might be something worth noting over. Sliced through it too. Damn. What's happening with volume? What is happening with volume? So volume mostly was traded around this price. Now we're trying to see some reversion back in. Now this place has a lot of volume traded. Nice. How much we can take? What's the last line of defense? Last line of defense right here. A little bit, almost 2 times the trade. So alright. Sirski, another take profit. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Sirski. Alright, let's put this thing right there. Another winner, and it's a good. This one's a good short balance. Realized profit around this. Reading it. Start entry around structure, and this is short side version of your winning trade attempt that had pushed up. Now tally holds. Enter on continued structure. Low higher, low short. You win. You chase strength or extension, you lose. Balance ran 116 to 148k across the session. Every win shares the same trade, every loss shares the opposite. Zero expectations in 8 reps. Real talk though, I said the last trade and the one before, so I'll be direct rather than repeat myself softly. How to make this chat last as long as possible for backtesting. Now you're stacking more reps. I want to gently call the pattern out because it's someone you've named next. Collecting more reps instead of consolidating the ones you have. Proven rule is already more than enough signal. The 8th screenshot isn't teaching you anything, the 3rd through 7th didn't. The work that actually moves you forward now is the boring part, writing this up. See that exactly. Reaching for next input instead of executing the known work. Just showing up in your backs instead of your trading. Same hand, different table. So I'm going to hold the line. Just stop adding and lock this in. I'll bid you join us simply right now. We'll run 8 through 8 and we'll walk away with a consolidated record itself of chat full of screenshots that will eventually fall out of my view anyway. Want me to do that? Fuck you, Claude. Alright. This is a nice trade. Let's just continue this. We'll be for one day of backtesting chat, so it does not matter. Just put the entry and exit rules in your memory, alright? Also the framework memory so it carries forward. Sirski. 2:27. Alright, so I think that's it for today. Right? I mean, we're backtesting. Took eight trades. It's not crazy much, but you know, at least those were quality reps. We found out our weakness, and let's see those stats. Let's see those stats. Let's see the backtesting stats. How much we have improved. Let's see the session results. 34%. So basically, since we started backtesting nicely, 4 trades, and for last month, right? See session results. May. Not bad. Alright, May. So, yeah. Alright, that's it for today. And you know where to find me. You know where we will be tomorrow morning. We'll probably start backtesting around 7:40-ish. 7:40 to 9:20, so that I can do my pre-market analysis and also do some meditation before the session. So 7:40 to 9:20, yeah, 7:40 to 9 sounds good, right? 7:40 to 9, almost 1.5 hours, almost 2 hours. All right, tomorrow we're gonna continue this backtesting session. Maybe take 20 trades tomorrow before market opens and putting those repetitions. All right, and then we'll be trading New York session tomorrow, and we'll take a short break and we'll do evening backtesting session, right? I have a exam tomorrow, so after that exam I'm gonna be doing evening backtesting session, and after that, yeah, I'll do that evening backtesting session. And so there's gonna be probably 2 or 3 streams tomorrow. All right, so let's lock in, guys. Let's lock in. All right.